today. Last week I did a podcast. You ready for this one? About how it was my wife's and I 20th anniversary last Wednesday. But you know what's also what this week is? It's our 25th anniversary. We met July 2nd, 1995, this weekend in Seattle. In fact, it was the same setup because we did have an open mic Monday. The 4th of July was Saturday. And I went down to the underground. I looked in the window. I'm like, oh my God, I rubbed the brick. I'm like, I'm finally here.
Yeah.
At the underground and shit. And then we had an open mic Monday. You came in with your hat, and I jumped right on your dog. What's up with the Boston hat?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm surrounded with all these people with yarmulkes on, whatever the fuck. But it's 25 fucking years I know you now.
Holy shit.
I didn't want you to feel old, but fuck it.
My fucking God.
25 years. You came on a Monday. You got to go back to Lobo Loco.
Yeah.
And then I think we finally, Tuesday you hung out. Because Tuesday you can hang out.
That is crazy.
25 years this week.
I had no idea it was this week.
Yeah, I got there like July. I did the triple run.
How soon, when you got there, how soon did you make it down to the underground? Like, how long had you been in Seattle? You got there and did the triple run?
Truth? You want the truth?
Yeah.
I did the triple run on a Saturday night. It had to be, I was in LaGrange, Oregon.
With Carol?
No, I was alone. See how far it is from LaGrange, Oregon to Seattle, Washington.
So you were by yourself?
I was by myself. My deal was to do a triple run to lead me to Seattle, to drop me off a few hours from Seattle.
Do you remember at all who you were doing that run with?
Some shitty fuck. Oh, no. I don't remember his name, but he was a really, really, really good guy. As a matter of fact, he lived in like Laguna Beach.
It's about 325 miles.
So 325 miles divided by 70 miles an hour is what?
5 hours.
5 hours? I think I did it in like 3 hours. Because she was getting out of work at the strip club at 2. And I beat her to her apartment. She left me a key under the mat.
Yeah.
And I went in and she came home from the strip club. So that was a Saturday night at 2.
Yeah.
I was at the underground the next day by lunchtime at Attention.
Yeah, man.
You understand me?
Yep.
Like, I don't know what you're talking about. She's talking about going to Pike's Market.
Yeah.
I'm like, go fuck your mother in the ass. Let's go see the underground first. So we took like a fucking cab down to the underground. It was closed. It was lunchtime. I was like, fucking, I rubbed the brick. I could tell that there was a bar. Like, I was like,
the bar upstairs.
Swannies.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this? This is not what was told.
And how had you heard about the open mic on Monday? Did you ask somebody at Swannies? Because there wasn't like an internet. You were looking it up.
It was closed that Saturday.
Yeah.
And it was closed that Sunday for the 4th of July weekend.
Got it.
So I called like Monday, and Ron Reed called back, and he's like, "Oh, tonight's the open mic." Because Rick Kearns gave me the.
Do you remember?
Rick Kearns gave me the. He goes, when you go up there, tell Ron Reed you're a friend of mine. Tell Fox you're a friend of mine. So I called Ron Reed, and Ron Reed just said, go down to the thing and sign up. Carl was there.
The best.
He put me up like number 1 because they always put you up first. The first night you went.
Yeah.
You went up first. Whoever hosted got $50.
Yep.
$50. How much was $50 back then?
A lot.
When you hosted on a Monday and you got $50.
Come on, man.
And then my girl had the contest in Tacoma.
Oh, yeah.
Susan Jones.
Yeah.
Did the fucking thing in Tacoma.
Yeah.
That's how we made a living. Mondays was our big living.
Yep.
If you won the contest, you won a yardstick, and you'd come back the following Monday and host.
But also, you know what else we did a bunch up there was we would find one-nighters that we knew weren't going to last. But for like 2 or 3 months, you got a paycheck to host or whatever. You know what I mean? Like we must have, I personally must have started and failed
15 rooms.
at least,
15
right?
rooms.
I mean, so fucking
rooms.
many, so many.
They lose. But like, I still remember you taking me to an we used to do, it was pretty much the same shit. Monday, Tuesday was the underground.
Yep.
Wednesday was a Laura Crockett gig, one of those gigs. Thursday we crashed somebody's. Well, no. Wednesday we still had the underground because Wednesdays it was still somebody's night.
Yep.
So if Lee Syatt had a night, sorry Lee, we're coming down.
Yeah.
We're coming down.
We did a lot of people's nights on Wednesdays.
We're coming down on Wednesday night.
Don't
worry about nothing.
Did any of those guys let you tour with them up there? Who took you out on the road?
Vince Valenzuela. So I got there on a Monday. All right.
Yeah.
I got there on a Saturday. This is how I tell people. Like I tell people, like, listen, when you're dealing with me, you're dealing with the wrong guy. Like if you come to me and tell me your story, you're dealing with the wrong guy because you're not going to stop me.
Yeah.
So I got there on a Saturday at 2 a.m. I was at the underground at 12 the next day, which is the Lord's Day, and it was closed.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yep.
You want to talk about love for comedy. And then I was back there Monday. The open mic started at 8. I was there at 7. At attention. Like a fucking, like I was about to go on in Madison Square Garden. I went up there and he told me come back tomorrow night. Then I came back the next night. And then Wednesday, somebody turned me on to something somewhere in Ballard.
Yeah, Wednesdays
Ballard
were
had
also
the pizza.
those were the nights that we would find a place just to fucking. If you give us $150, we'll put up 15 comics, or we'll put up 4 comics, whatever we can put together.
And then, you ready for this? That Thursday, I already got a call. I'm going to remind you of another story that you're going to, so all these people at home could remember. That Thursday, I already had a call from John Fox. You're working Friday and Saturday in Idaho at that fucking Moscow, Idaho. And you know who the headliner was?
Wait.
Vince Valenzuela.
Get out.
And he treated me like a gentleman.
He was a good dude.
He's a good dude. He's on Facebook.
Yeah.
I sent him a message a while ago. He didn't hit me back, so I don't know if he does comedy anymore.
He does.
He's a great. He was
guy.
A brother to me.
A super nice guy.
You did that gig for $50.
Well,
$75, and he mailed you a check
Yeah.
a month later. A month
That
fucking
was the
later.
worst, yeah.
You had to drive back from there, hungover as fuck, because they would send you up prairie farts,
Yeah.
which is tequila with Tabasco sauce in them.
yeah.
I remember still seeing the New England Patriot quarterback at the airport.
Drew Bledsoe,
Drew Bledsoe.
Yeah.
He went to that school.
Washington State.
So it was fucking crazy.
Because Moscow is right across the line from Washington. So Washington State and what's in Moscow is what? University of Idaho, maybe, something like that. But so they're right next to each other. So yeah, those Washington State guys came
I
through all
got
the time.
work before the first week. I already featured for Vince Valenzuela. Like I drove home on fucking Saturday going like, wow.
Now-
like it's that easy. Like I just came up here
Yeah.
and bitch slapped motherfuckers into a first week of work. That's fucking crazy.
Okay.
Then me and him were eating lunch. I was eating free lunch at his bar one day. About 3 or 4 weeks later, I'm eating fucking the chicken mole. That was tremendous.
Oh, that dude made the best
you think you're
chicken
dealing
mole.
with? Who the fuck you think you're
Holy
dealing with?
shit.
And I would just leave him a tip. He would give me like a check, and I would like push it away. Like,
And his brother with the fake eye because he got stabbed in it.
Yeah. You can't write
Those
this shit.
dude made some
can't write
great
this shit.
fucking food.
I'm up there with him. Do you still remember when Homeboy walked in and started a fight with me?
Which
You don't
guy?
remember that fight that day. Because I went up there with fucking roller skates on. Like I was in no mood. I just came from Denver.
Oh, no.
You still remember what?
Yeah.
I just came from fucking Denver where there's no action, where I would drive to fucking Wyoming to do an open mic. You got the wrong motherfucker. You got the wrong guy. I would drive to Wyoming on Thursday nights to do an open mic. So stop with your bullshit. So right after that, I fucking went on a tear because then Alberto gave me work the following week, the Cuban guy, at the old Improv. The Improv had closed in Seattle.
That was right across from Pike's Place.
Across from Pike's Market.
Yep.
And then we were going to bar downstairs across the street.
Oh, fuck.
Come on. Who the fuck you think you're
That was the old Improv Theater, I think.
The club was the Improv Theater. Out there, that's where Steve McGrew got mugged.
Yeah.
So it was a theater. That was the Improv. Across the street from Pikes Peak is Deja Vu.
Oh, yeah, it
50
is.
ugly girls and one fat one. Whatever. And then across the street from that is Pike's Market in those days.
Yeah.
And across the street from Pike's Market, on the side, was a little bar we used to go to on the side. You could sneak in. It was a white people bar. But Rod Long used to take us.
Yeah.
Rod Long used to take us. Was a light-skinned brother married to a white chick.
Good dude, Rod
Good
Long.
dude. I just talked to him a couple weeks ago. So
Really good dude.
Every time I see him, I call my wife, I call him Zombo, but I call my daughter Zombo.
But he was
like,
good
"Who's
to you
Zombo?"
up there too.
Rod Long was
He
my
was
brother.
really
That
good
was
to
one of
you.
the headliners.
Yeah, man. He was good
He
to
was
you.
like Rogan.
Yeah.
He was like, bring it, bitch.
Yeah, he
You
was
know?
good to you.
He was like, bring it. You're going to go up there and throw heat, bring it, because
Yeah.
I want to follow you.
He was a
I
really
still talk to him.
solid guy.
I still leave him messages. Eddie, what do you think of Zombo? And he'll call me back, Joe Diaz. What the fuck is wrong with you, Joe Diaz?
Yeah, man. He was a good guy. Who was the first person?
He used to have an Altoid can
Yeah.
filled with the best weed
Yeah.
that was grown in
He
Seattle.
had good weed.
Every time he'd show up, and he treated it like a pot of gold. It was an Altoid can that he'd fill up with weed that was just, I remember trying to steal a bud from him one time. He's like, Joe Diaz, don't think about it. Because we drove to LA one time. We drove here together.
You did?
Me and him.
When?
We stayed. How fucking crazy is
Wait,
this?
what year was that?
He drove me down for the Latino Laugh Festival showcase. When you want to talk about a lucky dude, motherfuckers, okay, I just mentioned it to him. I just go, I got to come up with money for this festival. I got to go to LA and showcase. And he goes, I got to go to LA next week. Set it up for next week. And I set it up, and he had a break because he was an artist.
Yeah.
He used to take
A
pictures on the
photographer.
road.
Yeah.
He would take pictures on the road. He loved going on the road because his thing was to take pictures. And then he'd come home and fill it in with paint. And he would sell them. He had like a big fucking market for those. This is before the internet. Mm-hmm. He was like a mentor to me. Like, he used to tell me how to act, how to crack jokes. He was a great writer. He had a bit.
Do you remember his opening joke that he would do almost everywhere? He would say, because Bellevue was a super white place. And he would always say, I was over in Bellevue today at the mall, and I could hear the security guy behind me go, I'm going to need some help. There's a black guy here who's clearly not big enough to be a Seahawk or a Sonic. That was his. He used to, wherever he was, something. I butchered that joke if he's listening.
One Sunday
But
night.
that he used to.